Cars driving through a wall of fire. What happened next? And skiing icon Lindsey Vonn completing her first training run since that devastating injury. My interview with the racing legend and what drove her to her Olympic comeback. Nightly News starts right now.
This is NBC Nightly News. Live from the Super Bowl, reporting tonight from San Francisco, here is Tom Yamas.
And good evening. We are live in San Francisco tonight with the Super Bowl now just 48 hours away. Just behind me here, fans pouring in to the NFL experience. You can see them, so many Seahawks fans ready for that big game. Fans around the world coming together to watch the spectacular opening ceremony as well as the Milan Cortina Winter Games officially begin. We'll take you to Italy in just a moment, but we want to begin tonight with that breaking news coming into our newsroom about Nancy Guthrie, the mother of our good friend Savannah. NBC News has just learned that law enforcement has looked into a vehicle, possibly more than one, that may have been connected to her disappearance. It comes as a new message has been received in the case, sent to a Tucson TV station from someone claiming to be holding her. The FBI is now investigating that new message, and our team has now reviewed a copy of that original email described by authorities as a possible ransom note. We have two reports tonight. We want to begin with Liz Kreutz again from Tucson.
Tonight, during the agonizing wait for answers, now 6 days into the search for Nancy Guthrie, the FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Department say they are aware of a new message regarding Nancy Guthrie and are actively inspecting it for its authenticity. Authorities have not said what the message contains, but NBC News has reviewed a copy of what authorities describe as a possible ransom note sent to 3 news organizations earlier this week. The contents of that first letter are consistent with the descriptions provided by the FBI, including the 2 deadlines, last night at 5 and this coming Monday.
Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you.
Moments after the first deadline passed from that original ransom note, Savannah posted this video of her brother pleading for whoever may have taken their 84-year-old mother to send proof of life.
We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom.
It's unclear if the new message tonight is connected. Experts say waiting is now all the family can do.
Captors are the ones in control right now. They are controlling everything from information to the health and well-being of Savannah's mother. And they're also gating the ability to be in contact with them or not.
This as investigators on the ground continue their search. The sheriff tells us they've now spoken to everyone who regularly worked at Nancy's home.
I think there was a landscape crew, a pool maintenance crew, maybe a housekeeper. They've all been very cooperative. They provided certain information that was helpful to us.
Detectives are also still searching the neighborhoods for any video evidence.
We also go outside to our businesses and say, could you do us a favor? And every camera you have facing out to the roadways, get us that. And we've gotten some great response from different large businesses.
This is one of the biggest intersections close to Nancy Guthrie's home. Beyond just the businesses, they're also looking at the cameras on these street lights. In fact, the sheriff tells us they have the footage from here, along with every intersection with cameras across the city.
Part of the challenge finding footage from those overnight hours is that the residential area is also extremely dark with few street lights. This is what it looks like driving at night. The disappearance of Savannah's mom igniting an outpouring of love from her fans to her dearest friends. Today, Hoda joining the Today Show.
I think there's like this helpless feeling. I mean, we're all so close with her and we all want to help her. And like, I'm looking at us and I was thinking like, who was first in the hospital room when Hope was sick? Savannah.
Right.
Who hopped on a plane when your parents?
Oh my gosh.
Savannah.
First person.
Who was sitting by Uche? How about when your brother passed?
Savannah.
I mean, she was there, and I was thinking this morning. I was like, what? You know, they say like love is patient, like love is kind. Like we'll be patient, and put prayers up, and
that's all we can,
you know, that's all we can do.
Feeling of helplessness.
Yeah.
And we're not helpless because.
Yeah.
It's prayer,
yeah.
It's hope.
We got that.
Mm-hmm. Prayer and hope.
Uh-huh.
Prayer and hope.
Prayers and hope, exactly what the family is asking for.
And Liz joins us now live. Liz, we are learning about a possible vehicle of interest in this case.
Yeah, Tom, that's right. We should stress that we do not know if ultimately this is going to be connected to Nancy Guthrie, but NBC News has learned that law enforcement received a tip about a possible vehicle or vehicles of interest at a local Circle K gas station. A spokesperson for Circle K says that officials did show up at their store and reviewed their surveillance footage, and they are now cooperating with the investigation. Tom?
We hope and pray that's a potential lead there. All right, Liz, we thank you for that. I want to bring in Tom Winter. And Tom, you've been talking to law enforcement sources all day. What can you tell us about this new message we know about?
Sure, Tom. So 3 officials briefed on this letter tell NBC News that it came into a local station, KOLD-TV, earlier today, and they notified law enforcement immediately. Officials say confirming the authenticity and origin of the email will take some time, though. That's because this email and the one sent earlier this week were both sent in ways that make them very difficult to trace. So not only are investigators trying to confirm if they are both authentic, but they're working to determine if they were sent from the same account, as well as if they actually came from whoever took Nancy Guthrie over 6 days ago. All of this takes time, and it's already been an incredibly agonizing wait for the Guthrie family, Tom.
It has. Okay, Tom Winter with that new reporting. Tom, we thank you. We're going to take a turn now in the broadcast to the Olympics. The games are now officially underway. Stephanie Gosk is in Milan for us and has all the highlights from the opening ceremony, which wrapped up just moments ago.
Let the games begin. Milan's 100-year-old San Siro Stadium exploding in a celebration of winter sports.
Inside San Siro, we're ready.
And Italian culture. Embracing the theme of harmony, global superstar Mariah Carey singing the classic Volare entirely in Italian. The opening ceremony launching the first Olympic Games officially hosted by 2 cities. Cauldrons 250 miles apart in Milan and Cortina lit simultaneously. The U.S. team joining the Parade of Nations in long white coats and sweaters with stars and stripes, while speed skater and flag bearer Aaron Jackson's family watched from Ocala, Florida.
Our next team representing the United States of America.
Some of the athletes have already started competing. Figure skaters taking to the ice in the team event. Married U.S. ice dancing pair Madison Chalk and Evan Bates putting on a nearly flawless performance to Lenny Kravitz.
Absolutely fantastic.
Followed by pairs team Ellie Cam and Danny O'Shea and Alyssa Liu, who felt mixed about her skate.
There's some things I wish I could have done better, but I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer. I still did really good.
Team USA finished day 1 in the lead. The skaters just wrapped up. The way the team competition works is there are 8 sessions. It's the combined total score that determines the winner. Tomorrow is going to be the men's singles short program, and it could be the first time we see the quad god himself, Ilya Malinik. In Cortina, the women's downhill briefly stalled because of fog. After a quick line dance, it lifted. And Lindsey Vonn gave that knee a spin, testing out its stability after rupturing her ACL. Hope is also building for the U.S. mixed doubles curling team. Corey Dropkin and Corey Teesey now undefeated in the round-robin stage. Getting caught up in the excitement, Dropkin's mom and Snoop Dogg.
I looked over and I saw him smiling at me, and then he put his arm around my mom.
Can already feel that Olympic excitement. Stephanie joins us tonight from Milan. And Stephanie, the first medals will be handed out tomorrow?
Yeah, that's right, Tom. In Bormio, you have the men's downhill. They're going to have medals. But keep your eye on the big air competition in snowboarding. Ollie Martin, 17 years old, the youngest guy on the big air slopestyle team. He qualified for the finals, and he could be an outlier and a sleeper and a medal winner tomorrow.
Stephanie Gosk for us from Milan. Stephanie, thank you. And we're here in San Francisco tonight because of Super Bowl Sunday, now just 2 days away, and the security in place around the big game is just massive. Steve Patterson saw it up close.
Tonight, the air above Super Bowl 60 protected by military might, backed up by deadly force. Armed Air Force F-15 jets locked and loaded for potential threats, 30 nautical miles of airspace around the stadium, close to all traffic. The Coast Guard patrolling the waters near Levi's Stadium. And Black Hawk helicopters ready to deploy tactical teams at a moment's notice. Customs and Border Protection's Air and Marine operation keeps a constant vigil, monitoring the ground, prepared for low and slow threats like aircraft or even drones.
The Super Bowl is a Tier 1 event. It's one of the most complicated security operations all year. Thousands of law enforcement officers all coming together to keep this area secure.
With an estimated 1.3 million people flying through San Francisco's International Airport for the big game, taking part in more than 250 events before kickoff, police here focused on a strong ground game.
All days off being canceled. Everyone's been deployed out to work. We're really saturating the city with ground-level police officers.
Thanks, guys. Thank you for being out here. Appreciate you guys.
San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie is proud to say crime in his city dropped 25% last year. We met up with him at the police department's state-of-the-art real-time investigation center. Dozens of digital age operators using a fleet of cameras and drones to spot threats.
The message that we are sending to the world is that you don't come to San Francisco to commit crime any longer. We're going to catch you and we're going to prosecute you. And they're doing incredible work here.
And Steve joins us now live here in San Francisco. So, Steve, what do we know about the possibility of any ICE activity on Sunday during the big game?
Tom, right now what we know is what the NFL is telling us, which is that they are very confident there is no immigration activity planned during the Super Bowl at this time.
All right, Steve Patterson first. Steve, good to see you here. This brutal winter in the eastern half of the country is about to get even worse. 94 million people are under extreme cold alerts as the most frigid air of the season is set to blast into the mid-Atlantic and northeast this weekend. It will feel as cold as 20 to 40 degrees below zero in some parts. All right, we want to turn now to that racist video of the Obamas that President Trump's Truth Social account had reposted, then deleted, following bipartisan outrage. Here's Garrett Haig.
Tonight, President Trump speaking out following that rare reversal, taking down a video reposted by his social media account. After the Senate's only black Republican, South Carolina's Tim Scott, a strong Trump supporter, called the decision to repost it, quote, the most racist thing I've seen out of this White House.
I didn't make a mistake. I mean, I look at a lot of thousands of things, and I looked at the beginning of it. It was fine. Nobody knew that that was at the end.
The AI-generated video depicting Barack and Michelle Obama as apes was reposted by the president's Truth Social account just before midnight and deleted this morning. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt initially defended reposting the video, writing, "This is from an internet meme video depicting President Trump as the king of the jungle and Democrats as characters from The Lion King. Please stop the fake outrage." But after Scott's stinging criticism and more Republicans piling on, the abrupt U-turn, with a White House official telling NBC News a, quote, staffer erroneously made the initial repost. It comes after Tom pressed the president about inflammatory posts he amplifies on Truth Social, including about election integrity.
Some theories about Italians and satellites. I mean, do you believe that stuff?
No, I didn't. I sometimes will retweet.
Yeah.
All as a New York Times analysis of satellite images shows Iran appears to have made only limited fixes to major nuclear sites destroyed by the U.S. The president also told Tom Iran is looking to rebuild.
Are they trying to restart the nuclear program?
Well, I heard that they are, and if they do, and I let them know, if they do, we're going to send them right back and do their job again.
Garrett Haig, NBC News, the White House.
And you can see more of my interview with President Trump on Super Bowl Sunday right here on NBC. When we return in 60 seconds, no ACL, no problem. Lindsey Vonn flying down the mountain today in her bid for one more Olympic gold. What the skiing legend told me about her unprecedented comeback. That's next.